Sure.
Am I audible? I don't think I need a mic. Yeah. Somebody's coming. Right. Yeah. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, okay, we are here and we are going to take off on a little journey with styling, some little bit of education about how silhouettes can be utilized in different ways to upscale your wardrobe, to tell your story, because indeed clothes make it man and woman. So we're just going to do go through a presentation of a few ideas of how to take garments of different types, whether it is ethnic garments, which is your traditional textiles, or whether it is versatile garments, which can be worn in a variety of ways, or whether it is, you know, very basic office wear, or whether it is very basic utility wear garments, which can be incorporated into your wardrobe and make a style statement. So our styling workshop is part of an initiative called Around the Days, which is an idea that I had to do with fashion tourism. You may ask, what is fashion tourism? It's precisely that, the two elements, which is fashion, not the catwalk fashion, but fashion in the way of how people fashion their lives. And tourism is, hey, when we travel, we go see places, we check out cultures, and we also get a little feel of what drives people at a destination. In 2 lines, I will just kind of summarize how Around the Days came about. I'm a textile and fashion designer, and I also run a company which is in the lifestyle space, and in which we have hospitality and travel related activities going on. And fashion and travel both are my deepest abiding passions. And I thought for a long time that, you know, I need to do something which can bring these two together and you know, bring the wealth of traditional textiles and crafts from around our country, indeed around the days, to people. So fashion tourism is a term which has a largely urban connotation. It is to do with shopping and popular culture. So if it is, you know, somebody from overseas coming into India and going, you know, doing the Golden Triangle, Jaipur, Delhi, Agra, that is fashion tourism for you, because they'll buy a mirror work or bandhani dupatta, or, you know, pick up something which is to do with marble artifact. So that is fashion tourism in the urban context. But I wanted to take this to the hinterland, to people who are actually the people who are creating indigenous textiles and crafts, and you know, whether it is again a bandhani craftsperson from Rajasthan, or it is a weaver from Arunachal Pradesh or Mizoram or Nagaland or wherever. So this is one of the activities. Another activity is experiential immersive travel libraries. But coming back to the styling workshops, the takeaways here, basically to tell people, to tell women, because hey, I'm a women's wear designer, to tell people that it is possible to create a whole new language with the way you dress. to learn, to imbibe, and then to share that with the viewer through how you dress yourself up. So the overview of this workshop is, of course, textiles of India, how to incorporate them into your daily wardrobe. Then, because we live in India and the sari, which is a huge part of our existence for Indian women, the styling looks beyond a traditional blouse, and coordinating different silhouettes with our patented versatile garments, which can be worn with different looks: Indian, Western, Indo-Western, and then we'll do a little round of a rolling mic where I would appreciate if participants can just share a little bit about their experiences with, hey, maybe the sari, or how they created a whole new language for themselves, the way they used to dress, and then something happened, and then they decided that they wanted to do something else with the way they dress themselves. So, textiles of India and how to contemporize them. We've got a few slides here. The first one that you see, and you also see on the dress form over there. This is a workshop, and I've taken little snippets of my workshop called Friday Dressing for women who go to work in a corporate atmosphere. So you can see a simple white dress, an office wear dress, and how we've styled it with a bandhani long jacket. And you've got a little touch of ethnic in your life, and this can take you through the workday, and it can take you into your after hours. Post that we have a Tangkhul Naga lungi. This is from Manipur, one of the Naga tribes in Manipur. This is a beautiful weave. It really spoke to me when I first saw it in a little village fair in Manipur. And we've styled it with, can anybody take a guess? I see a lot of Indian women here, so can anybody take a guess what is that craft work which is on top of the lungi? Kashmiri. It's Kashmiri. Yes, you got it right. It's Kashmiri Ari work done on a woolen woven fabric. It's rather old. It's from the early 70s. It's one of those pieces that I have retained from childhood. It's not mine, it's my mom's. And so clever styling. Nobody would say that this is like an ethnic, in the middle somewhere around 10 years ago, ethnic was big, and then suddenly it became a kind of a very inferior kind of a term where people say, oh, acha, ethnic garment hai. But here, what we're doing is we're trying to give respect to the ethnic. So then we go forward and we see kind of a brocade. And we have this young lady volunteer over here who's got on a brocade. Maybe you can just do a walk and put the hoodie on top. So again, just toggling with different silhouettes, and we've got a brocade blouse which can be styled as such, like with what she's wearing on top of a base garment, as a hoodie blouse. It can be worn, it looks very nice, very beautiful style with the sari or the jeans. So this is just some way of experimenting with looks. Then of course, for those of you who, I'm sure everybody knows the Kantha, we were hoping that we would have non-Indian participants as well. So we've got Kantha fabric over here just to showcase. And then we've got some, this is a Bagh block print. Yes, a lot of people think that Bagh is only Bagh Pulkari from Punjab, but this is Bagh block printing from Madhya Pradesh. Alright, and then we have, this is Ikat. As you can see, I'm sure everybody knows what is the base technique behind Ikat. Does anybody know here what is the base technique behind Ikat? Okay, so we've all heard of tie and dye. Alka, would you stand up? You're wearing a very beautiful Ikat kurta. So we all know of tie and dye. And tie and dye, what we call bandhani, is essentially to do with fabric, which is dyed and dyed, right? In Ikat, it is the yarn before weaving the fabric, which is tied and dyed, and in the form, while the process of weaving is on, there is a kind of a space weaving technique which is followed, where you get these beautiful patterns of this, this kind of a dye kind of an effect. So this is what ikat is. It is yarn which is dyed and then it is woven to create these beautiful patterns. Alright, and then we come to our next little segment, which is to do with the sari. We all know that sari is perhaps the most versatile garment in the world, and those of us who have worn the sari or who wear the sari, they all know that the sari is a sort of a language of its own. It is a lot of, for Indian women, it's emotion, it's sentiment. It's passing on of an heirloom sari from grandmother or mother or mother-in-law down to the babu of the house or the daughter of the house, and it's a sort of a rite of passage. So we're just going to take you through some ideas, which is styling the sari with beyond the traditional blouse kind of looks. So as you can see on the slide, and you see on this volunteer with a basic shirt. You've seen in the last few years there's been a lot of interest in styling sari in different ways. So this is with a basic shirt. Maybe you can just walk through. And this works both for casual workwear also, and this can also work. You've seen how we style it with a cocktail sari. This can work for a cocktail kind of a look also. Another style to do is, do we have somebody with trousers? Okay, so you can go back. So you see here, this volunteer with jeans, and she's got a sari, pleated, just loosely pleated and slung over her shoulder, right? Yeah. And you see this on the left, the model wearing this on the left. And this is with a sheer skirt, something like what I'm wearing. So, I mean, I'm not going to be able to disrobe here, but basically, this is the look. Sheer sari and this kind of a drape of the sari. Yeah. So these are just clever little ways in which you can create, like I said, a different language. You can go back. Then, of course, with a kurti or a short kurti or a long kurti, you could drape your sari. Do we have somebody here with a peplum top?
Yeah, she's just.
On the slide you see over here, on the left, the model is wearing completely coordinated, top with a little peplum skirt and Sida Palle ka sari. And the other model is wearing Ulta Palle ka sari with a little peplum jacket. Something like this. Yeah. You can walk down. Please feel free to, ask if there's any queries or any styling questions that you have. Sorry?
Price.
The price, okay. So we can let you know that once the workshop is over. Right. And then we have, again, this, what you're seeing on the slide is a draping style of a sari on a lehenga. So you have a lehenga, which by itself is an outfit, pretty popular across the northern states. And then you have a sari, which you incorporate and you create a lehenga sari kind of a look. But over here, our volunteer is wearing the same drape that you see in the slide on top. And she's wearing the same drape on a pair of trousers. And she's really carrying it off well. Thank you, Aisha. Please, walk.
Can you explain this one? How you draped it?
Oh, it's a very simple sort of a drape. Any of you want to try it? Please feel free to. Anybody wants? Okay, so it is basically a very simple drape. This is from my sari styling workshop. So I've taken little bits from all my workshops. And as you can see over here, one end of the sari, like you would drape the pallu, just goes into the front. Okay? And then you have, this way, then you have, like what you would have in the center as As pleats in a regular sari, you pleat up over here.
And
And
Maharashtrian, the Nawai sari, they put, the pleats
they
behind.
pleats at the back.
Yeah.
So basically just pleats
Yeah.
go at the back instead of the front. And then you have this lot just like a regular palla. Because you see, please remember, keep in mind that we are dealing with the whole sari length, right?
Yeah.
So we just have to make sure that all the cowls and everything, all the stuff that we really want to luxuriate in, we can now take opportunity and utilize that to create this. You can have a really long palla, you can have a really nice cowl over here, and all these styling tips that I am giving out to you, these are size no bar, age no bar, contrary to what a lot of people think contrary to what a lot of people think, hey, fashion is only for zero size women or tall women or stuff like that.
Thank you, I love
You can so you can actually just style the way you want a garment to be. You have to first own it.
Yeah.
Because if you don't own it and you don't consider it to be yours, there is no way that you're ever going to be able to have the confidence to carry off anything. So yeah, thank you very much. You were very good. And
Then you need help for this. You cannot.
actually, you don't.
But then how do you make pleats at the back?
No, we actually have it ready. You can actually have it ready.
Do it
Like we have
pre-pleated
pre-pleated yesterday.
It's a stitch.
We can pre-stitch it also.
Pre-stitch it.
And we can pre-pleat it also. Of course, if you pre-stitch it, it's best.
Better.
Because then you just have it done and then
So
you
that's
just
basically one of the workshops that we
You
carry.
can't do it on your own. You need help.
well, depends. Just depends. If you give it a little 10-minute kind of a time, you can have it all ready and then you can wear it. It just depends. Okay, so something pretty simple, but you see this beautiful Hollywood actress Miss Pinto styling it so beautifully. It's a regular sari with a contrast palla, and she's put this little narrow belt on it. It's looking so classy. It's an amazing outfit. I really loved. And then on the left we had a visit by this amazing company called Momspresso. They are an online social media portal space. And we have the founder editor also here for those of you who don't know Parulori. So this is a shot from their visit to the studio where we styled a simple tie-dye chiffon sari and we just put a kind of embellished kind of a belt on it and it was, hey, good to go. So you see this young lady, even though she's got a very jazzy kind of a nice worked upon top, but even if it was a plain simple blouse, a belt like this or any other will just kind of up the glam quotient. So you can just walk. Thank you. And then you see the cord here with a obi style, like a Japanese style belt. You can actually see the whole Japanese inflection coming through in the garment. It's got cherry blossoms and it's got a very, very nice oriental kind of a feel on it. And again, this is a really beautiful ensemble. She styled it with a basic white shirt, and even so, it is such a green carpet kind of a look. Yeah. Okay, and then we come to this segment, which is again from our versatile women, versatile garments workshop. Some of you have attended those workshops. Simi has been for my versatile garment workshop. Anybody who wants to come up and volunteer and just try out. So this is what I call an armhole drape. Now the whole concept of versatile garments, I'll just call you in a minute. The whole concept of versatile garments came about because I realized that women now, versatile women like us, have a day wear, and in the evening, if they have to get to some place, again they are flapping, oh my god, ab main kya pehnu, what do I wear now? And then post that, if there's something else to do, again they're flapping, oh my god, what do I wear? And it is always a rush, and it's always running back from home, from office, back home, or anywhere else you are, back home, get dressed, get out. So I thought of conceiving a range of garments which would work really well on enhancing your day look and just taking it seamlessly into the evening and into the night. So one of those garments, and this is one of my favorite versatile garments, is the armhole drape, and I think Alka is going to showcase it, please. Yeah. So now the reason I call this versatile is that not only, as you can see in the slide, it can be worn with different silhouettes, Indian silhouette or a dhoti pant kind of a silhouette, but also this clever little garment can be worn in multiple number of ways. Maybe you can come here, please. So, for example, we have, you already saw this up like this, and all embellishments are functional. So it is not as though you have to really struggle to make something else happen. So if you're wearing a sari or a long dress or something, you can actually just have it worn down. And then this can also be worn like with a pair of trousers. You can also wear it like this, just tied up. Okay? And similarly, because of the sheer nature of the fabric, you can actually just take this and you can just
Very nice.
tie it up at the back. So that is your armhole drape for you, which can be styled in 4 or 5 different ways. Please go on.
This is the best.
Anybody else wants to come and try?
I would like to try if it fits me.
Oh, it will fit you. I mean, I don't think there is any problem in this. Maybe the armhole may, but normally,
Otherwise, I will get it customized.
yeah. So normally for most of the versatile garments, they're free size. There may be a few which could work between 2 sizes because of the construction of the garment, which could work like small, medium could work, medium, large could work, large, extra large could work. So there's a kind of a range that is possible. Okay, then we come to another.
Please share the price also, so that we have.
I'm sorry, in the middle of the flow, it's difficult for me to go check tags and all. Just after we are over, I can just share with you. So the front cowl garment, you can see the model, and she's a very famous blogger called Guilty Bites. She's an extra large, plus sized lady, a young lady. She's about 30 years old, and again the same point that people feel, oh my God, you have to be thinny and skinny and all of that to be able to carry off. I mean, this is a cowl which is happening in front of the bust, and she's carrying it off so well with the sari. So that's that. And then you can see the model on the right, who is got styled in a Western kind of a silhouette. So maybe you can just come up here and. Yeah. So this is a garment again which can be worn with a variety of silhouettes and can be worn as a jacket or can be worn by itself as a sensual garment. Yeah. You can actually even walk over there and just show the garment. Okay, the next one please. Cindy, shall we continue with this? And then you saw earlier the peplum corset which one of these young ladies had worn with the sari. So here we're just trying to show you how it can be styled with another versatile, with another kind of a silhouette. Yeah, she can just hold it up front. Please. So this is the same sort of look. Put the trail at the back. Yeah, put it at the back. And the same garment you can see on the slide, the model is wearing with a sari for a red carpet or green carpet kind of a look. And here our volunteer model is wearing it with a simple black dress, little black dress. You can walk. Yeah, looks stunning also with palazzos and a simple top. Looks really nice. So the good thing about this garment is that the trail can be offloaded because obviously this is something that one would wear only for a really kind of a grand occasion. And the trail can be offloaded and you can just wear it as a simple jacket. Then we have, and I'd really request somebody to come up and volunteer. We have drape and belt. Any of you, or Simi, would you like to?
No issues.
Cape is also very nice.
This is a
Your outfits are really good and cute.
Thank you. So would you come here, please, so that everybody can see? Come this side with me. You can do it.
What exactly is it?
So this is a drape. It's like almost as large as a sari, but it's a pre-pleated, pre-draped, very simple to wear garment. It's just got a belt, and that's the belt is to be tied up. And again, this can be worn with a variety of silhouettes. Essentially, and you can see on the slide, that's a Western kind of a silhouette. So, would you like to take a little walk?
Sure.
Yeah. So this is most definitely a versatile garment. We'll click a photo and show it to you.
Wear it over the Indian outfit.
Yes. So this can be worn. I was hoping that somebody wearing an Indian outfit would come up here, and maybe Parul can come. Do you? Yeah. You have another drape and belt?
Double palla.
Sorry?
Double.
Yeah. So, see, Indian women are not scared of pallus. We can have 5 pallus.
But I think it's better on a suit or something.
On a suit as well. Like instead of a dupatta,
I think on a
suit as well.
skirt.
No,
On the skirt it looks really nice.
it looks lovely on a skirt. It looks, as you can see, with trousers. It looks lovely. I've worn mine on a simple chiffon sari, on a simple silk sari. In fact, my dear friend Cindy Sharma, this is one of her favorite versatile garments.
Yeah.
Anna?
But what do you wear? I mean, you can wear like a regular blouse under it.
Yeah. You can wear
But
what
we
you
can
want.
even wear a t-shirt and this. You can wear
Ah,
it.
Yeah.
So whatever is actually very well coordinated.
It's very
Yeah,
very
because the neutral color is kind of going with the entire neutral color story. So you'll see most.
cotton saree looks so amazing. It's very elegant.
No, but with this first time mixing their dresses. No, they look good. And this will get good. With this skirt
I wish they had their.
Please.
Yeah.
Aisha?
very nice. But on a skirt and are you wearing better?
So maybe both the drape and belt models can stand together, please. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, one more. I think I'd like to be in the middle.
Yes,
somewhere.
please.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So this can be, I mean, if you're going to be wearing it like a Western kind of style, like you see how the model has draped it, over the. So you can actually just have, like drape it over the arm or something, or bring it from behind over the shoulder. And there's a lot many things that you can play around with it. You can play around with it. And like this one has been tied for you slightly loose and like a hipster kind of a belt. You can take it on your true waist and have it like right on the top over here, like a proper belt kind of a thing. Yeah.
What if you don't need a belt? When she goes without the neck?
I think that's what is got the seats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without the belt, she can't wear it without the belt.
I'm sorry, the garment is a drape and belt. So it's a proper
What if you
garment.
take off the belt? Just a minute, I just want to have a look.
Belt is fitted.
Belt is part of it.
Oh, you just mean that it could fall like
What if you do away with the belt?
It would fall.
Well, it can be customized, but as is the garment, it's got the belt with it. Yeah.
See, the changes
Okay.
can be done.
Ladies, if you can just come over this side.
Very nice. Where's your store?
First Class Village.
Okay.
The
By
studio
what
is there.
name?
Sorry?
By what name?
I'll give you my card. My name is Anu PD. This is my styling workshop. And you can read a little bit more about the workshops over here on this little board over here. Thank you very much. Okay, now we come to the shotgun holster. Again, this particular versatile garment was conceptualized to enhance a simple sari palla. Okay, and then it just kind of evolved, and then it became a versatile garment. And you can see both the models, one in a sari, she's a bride, she's a modern bride, and the other side you have like a model wearing a white dress with this shotgun holster. Don't laugh, it's called shotgun holster because it looks like it's got a gun in the holster. So we've got one of the models, two of the models, and they're so skinny that the damn versatile garments are falling off. So this is yeah, this is supposed to. This is a free size. I think a black one would be. So you can see the three different silhouettes. And these all close with a single closure. Yeah, so you can just leave it like that. All these close with a single closure. So you can just see the different silhouettes. There is simi in like kurta and pants. And there is this lady in black sari and this one in a black dress. So, and also you can also do some variation with actually having this thing go on the opposite side. Like you can see over there, you know, the model has taken it on the other shoulder. So this can also go onto the other side. Like so.
She's having
Yeah. I'm just saying that you can have variation in the way you drape the garment. Right. Would you like to take a walk? These are all fashion students. They're not used to being, you know, on the model side of things. They're the ones who are mostly on the designing and styling kind of area. Yeah. So I'm just going to reiterate that most of the versatile garments are simple one closure garments. There's no fussing around, there's no wondering, oh my god, where am I going to take this, ye piece kahan fit aayega, kaise hoga. There's a simple closure and that's that. You don't have to worry. Thanks so much, Simi. Thank you, girls. Okay. Then we have the Breeze Peplum Cape. And who's the model that you have for the cape? You have the cape, yeah. Would anybody like to volunteer? Please come over.
I'm sure she would.
Come. Yeah, it also has a zipper, so you don't have to struggle. Yeah. So, like you can see in the slide, there are 3 different ways of wearing this cape. So it's most definitely a versatile garment. And different silhouettes again, a dress, pair of jeans and a sari. And here you have this young lady wearing it. Oh, maybe you can take a walk.
I would love to.
God bless you. Yeah.
Just turn around.
Not very professional though.
Okay. See, you don't have to be a professional model. It's just your own sort of, it's your own confidence that carries you forward. Okay, and you can just come out of this. And we have.
Okay, this is a test. Oh, okay.
It's interesting.
So whether it's on a dress, on a skirt, on a pair of jeans, even on a sari, you can see over there on the right, you can see that. Take a walk, please. Anybody else who would like to come? So you can see another way of styling it. Yeah. Okay, go. So as you can see, we have a variety in, heavily embellished, lightly embellished, something that you can wear for just an evening out. Thank you so much. Thank you. Will you just step over this side? They'll help you. Thank you. Okay, I think this is the last versatile garment that we have in this segment. Then we move on to the next segment. Then we have something called the tab drape. Now, this tab drape is most definitely versatile again. I mean, that's why it's called a versatile garment. Again, with different silhouettes, whether it's a pair of jeans, as you can see on the slide there, or it's a short dress, worn as a cape. Please.
If you fit something, I don't know.
This is
Are they
like,
gonna put it?
it's a drape. It's a drape.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, please.
It's going so well.
Yeah.
With shoes, I am not comfortable, no?
That's like,
Beautiful.
Okay. Why am I bringing shoes today? Get some more. I thought I would travel, so I
You have a and you have the same garment coming up. Koi baat nahi. With as an oversight. So this can be worn, as you can see, as a cape, as a skirt. So believe you me when I say that these are versatile. Whenever I travel, and a lot of women these days start thinking when you're traveling, especially if you're doing adventure activities, going trekking or whatever, you need to be dressed down. You need to be wearing like pajamas, track pants, sweatshirts, things like that. But hey, I mean, who stops you from? So I have made it a big deal every single trek of mine, wherever I am, whether it's some mountain top in Mizoram or in Sikkim or wherever. I carry one versatile garment with me, and I for sure go up there and something like this. You can just drape around yourself, and you can roll it up and you just put it into your bag or your backpack or whatever. And so the essential thought behind these is to make life easier for women. And they've got a very resort and, in fashion terms, resort, cruise. You must have heard of resort and cruise collection. So it's got that kind of a feel in it. But we are women of substance, and we can choose what we want to call ourselves or our clothing. So I say you could even wear it when you go on an adventure. Who's stopping you? So what's your name? Tejal. Yeah, Tejal from Ahmedabad.
Yep.
So Tejal in the tab drape as a cape, and young lady Ria wearing it as a skirt. Anybody else who wants to?
yes.
Please come up. We can have you try this out. Yeah. Oh, you took it off. You were going to do. Did you do it?
I did.
Oh,
I did.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, please.
Beautiful.
So what do you want to be today? You want to be a warrior? You want to be a Maharani? You want to be a Maharani or a warrior? What do you want to be?
See, I will say basically
Black as a
whatever you want to
skirt.
make me, you can make.
That's what she's saying, that because
That's full faith in you.
So, like I said, all closures are purely, embellishments are functional. So you can actually just take one of these buttons here and just button yourself in, and you can take this even like this, like Tejal wore it, down, yeah, like a cape kind of a thing. Just speed it up. You can actually wear it, just like an open cape, or you can again take this little tab over here and take it through over here.
you know what I would feel like wearing this dupatta like this anymore now. I want something different. Okay, next your name is
Something more exciting.
I know.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have Deepa here, Professor Deepa, who's calling the tab drape her own in her own style. Please.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's very fun.
So shall I stand like this?
Which? Yeah. This side, this side,
Whichever
this
way
side.
you want.
Yeah.
So this
Whatever.
this is a beautiful platform where nobody is going to judge you on your
Exactly.
personality.
Exactly.
So I'm feeling so confident, I'm feeling so empowered. Thank you so much, Kirti.
You're most welcome, and it's a real pleasure to see, one thing is creativity. Another thing is if you don't have an audience or a purveyor for that creativity, then you just feel like, okay, so what happened here? But it's good to have you all here, and thank you very much. Gentlemen photographer, have you been able to take a photo?
Yeah.
Thank you so
Can
much.
I photograph with you? Gagan?
Oh yeah, sure.
Maybe.
Sure. Come, you also come. Yeah, so we got it. Yeah. Okay, lovely ladies.
Oh, we have one more exam to write right now.
Thank you.
Sorry,
Please come.
Come.
Please come and join.
I didn't know what I was doing. I kind of feel like I did it wrong. But we know.
Go though. You'll be glad to be here.
Okay. Yeah, you go there. Go there. She'll still make you alone.
What country are you from?
Oh, I'm from America.
Okay, which part? Georgia. Deep south.
The deep south.
Yeah. Tracy. So we're just doing a fashion styling workshop here.
Okay.
Different aspects, but this one is a segment on versatile garments.
Okay. Take it out. Put it up. So we don't need it. Fix this. Thank you. Okay. Wow.
Wow. So that's the mini cake for you. Yeah.
That's really nice.
Tracy.
Yes.
Here's your longer tattoo.
Thank you.
So here's Tracy for us in the black mini cave. Please take your walk.
Oh yeah.
Which?
Pose.
Which?
I love that she's ankle
I
raised.
love
Lovely.
I was so wearing a couple of fashion shoes that you don't wear
Yeah.
it till,
Yeah, so we do that.
Yeah.
Now show you the black cap drape. Since you're here,
Okay.
you've
Yeah.
and you seem to be a very happy volunteer. So you just do it like this, like a shawl or something.
Oh. Okay, that's fancy. I need this in my life to be successful.
So creative.
Serious? Yeah. Which? Yeah.
फोटो खींच दो
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Would anybody else want to try out any of the versatile garments? Most welcome to come up. Would you like to? Lady in the back?
Would you
Would you like to?
Styling the fashion and ladies.
I think the short one holster. Holster. So we just go back to shotgun holster.
You always wear a sari like this, na? This is perfect.
I always wear a sari.
Like this, so that's my click piece.
Half of the people are not, and they don't recognize me because they've seen me in sari for all 6 days.
How do you try the big one? Oh my gosh.
How do you try this? Yeah.
Excuse me. Which?
Switch, she's.
Yeah. Wait.
Oh, that's pretty.
Wow.
Done.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
51 है क्या? कितनी मुश्किल है?
Which? Excuse me.
Which?
This side. This side. This side. Yeah. Wait.
Take off your hand.
Hang your hands. This side. Yeah. Good. भाषण okay भाई.
Okay. So, yeah, you can check this there. Okay, then we just have some collars, different types of collars. And can you pass some collars, please? And for example, we can have. Any volunteers? Yeah. We have some more collars, did we?
So you just put it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this is also amazing.
Jaideep, could you come here, please?
We are with Lieutenant Kano.
Whoa, come. So this is a gender neutral kind of concept of collars.
Oh,
And you come in the center.
Yeah.
And then
She's also cute.
oh, she's also here.
This is amazing.
So this is like, you can actually even take it sideways like this. You can take it opening up front.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like this. So these are different styles of. So maybe you can start by taking a little walk. And then wait for her.
Wait for me.
Just a little bit.
Wait. This side.
That side,
This
please.
side. Yeah. Wait.
Jaideep, I bet you're
Done.
first time that you are
Only this time.
on a catwalk.
It was asked that question that what one thing you have not done and you want to do it.
Wait.
So for men, I may, ladies in the audience, for men, a collar like this would work really well on like a Pathani suit. Simple black or whatever, kurta, whatever. And this is, contrary to what you might think, this doesn't have any fastening, but it will stay. It's designed in such a manner, you can do the bhanga also in it.
Or you can make the Pope also, right?
But you're not a pope. Come on, take a bow.
Wait.
Still playing for them.
Copy. This side. Yeah. Wait.
Okay, then we have something simple like this, for instance. It's a winter collar. Oh wow! You know, and very quickly because we're running out of time now. Yeah.
And I'll come with you.
Come. Wait.
Take a picture.
I'm giving the.
This side. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you very much, all of your models. And I would like to request that there are some other workshops that we do. So these are little snippets from those workshops. You can have a look at the slides. Different workshops with corporates, with hotels, with women influencer groups, at design schools. This is with the Women's International Club. We've done a lot, and this is again with Montespresso. We've got 2-3 images here. Another workshop we do is sari draping. Another one which we do, I mentioned to you, Friday dressing. Then there's a textile educative workshop, which is textiles from all different parts of the country, textiles and crafts, and then we talk about those, how we can use them, infuse them into our wardrobes. And then this is a kind of interaction I like to do with people who are interested in becoming eco-friendly. So garments, how you can recycle them, revive them, you know, your old, very old sari from great grandmother's time, or you have a piece of fabric which is fraying, how can we revive it and make something interesting out of it? And we don't have time for a rolling mic, but hey, I would love to hear from you. I'll share with you my card and you can mail me or message me your thoughts about the workshop, anything that you know really caught your fancy, or if there's any suggestion you may have for us to you know, add on something different. I would also like you to, at some point in time, check out our social media pages, and they are all on the card. Share with us your email address so that we can update you on interesting things happening. I mean, I'm a designer, so beyond the workshop thing, we also have our own spring-summer collection and so on and so forth. My studio is at Horse Cars Village, but of course you can mail me or text me at any time. Thank you very much. It was very nice. Can we have a group photograph, please? Please. Do we have a photographer who can take a photo?
Yeah, ma'am. Yes, that's fine.
Just call him, please. Yeah. Should I just arrange everybody? Volunteers, would you just come in here, please? At the bottom? Come. We can do this later.